Hey guys, welcome to another video here on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to unpack everything we know about Jacob Weitering and his contract status. This is a story that reared its head earlier this year, quietened down, and now we're starting to see some reports that we might be closing in on a contract extension. So the series of events that I've pinpointed paint a picture of where we're at. There are more reports than what I'm about to show you, but let's just break it all down. I think it all started in May. Sam McClure reports in The Age that St Kilda is ready to unload with their war chest and make an offer to Jacob Weitering that would make him one of the highest paid players in the AFL.
Jacob Weitering is set to turn down one of the biggest offers in football history to stay at Carlton. That offer that I am told, reliably, is worth $12 million over 8 years, is from the club that is sitting on my blackboard. The SWC.
The St Kilda war chest. They want to tap into that war chest and get one of the best fullbacks in the comp.
It's an amazing play. So he's out of contract at the end of next year.
Will be an unrestricted free agent.
Will be an unrestricted free agent, which is
year 10
which is
year.
Exactly the type of player that St Kilda are going after.
Then we move to the 16th of May, and Michael Voss, in a press conference, said the following: "I don't think we spend a hell of a lot of time in speculation, to be honest. He's a very important player to us, and I'm sure at the right time we'll see him in the Carlton jumper for a very, very long time." So then we moved to the 12th of June, and Riley Beveridge was the first person, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he was the first person to report that an offer had actually been made to Jacob by the Carlton Football Club, as you can see here.
All right here, right now, it'll be a busy bye week for the Blues. So plenty of chat recently about Jacob Weitering's future, but the Carlton has now officially extended a long-term contract offer to Jacob Weitering in recent days. I don't think it'll happen over the bye weeks exactly. I think it'll still probably take a little bit of time, but a long-term offer penciled in now for Jacob Weitering, who Carlton and Jacob Weitering, I think, expect now to stay at Icon Park over the long term. So it doesn't become a free agent again until the end of 2025, but that deal will probably get done now before the end of the season.
Interesting. Then, only days later, on the 18th of June, Jacob Weitering appears on Talking Footy on Channel 7 and has the following to say.
Now, we all read, and we're not sure how much of it to believe about the big $12 million offer, but I did hear that you and some key Blues put your heads together, a bit like Geelong a few years back, and said, right, if we want to, we can all leave for more, but we're going to accept less and stick around this place and win a flag. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a topic of conversation, and it's probably the nature of the league at the moment with the salary cap, and money is clearly a big part of what we do. But I guess for us as a club and as a playing group, backing culture is pretty important. And for us, we've somewhat built the culture that we have now and the behaviours and values we live by. So Cripper sort of started it off with Doc as co-captain, and myself, Charlie, Harry being in the same draft with 26 years of age, still a while to go, but or hopefully a while to go. Yeah, hopefully we can all just stick around, and clearly the ultimate goal is to win premierships, and if we can do that, both these gentlemen have done that, and yeah, hopefully we can.
Now at this point, we were going okay, very confident, very happy to hear those words. I think hearing Jacob speak on it himself is important. I think whenever you get to these contract speculations, I've never felt that Jacob's going to leave, for what it's worth, but to hear him talk in this way and talk about, sacrifice and, the players having spoken amongst themselves and made some sort of an implied agreement, I think gives me hope, and I would assume it gives a lot of us hope that there is a buy-in of sorts. Then we get to the 11th of September, Riley Beveridge again. He speaks on Jacob Weitering's offer and says the following.
Just on the Blues as well, while we're there, Jacob Weitering, we've mentioned this a couple of times throughout the show, there's clearly going to be interest in him next year as a free agent, and this year as a free agent, we've spoken about that. He's set to be taken off the market, so he is very close now to signing a 6-year deal at the Blues on top of the year that he's got remaining in 2025, so that'll take him through until 2031. So good news for Carlton there. They've got their exit interviews between now and Friday, so there's going to be a bit happening at the Blues over that next little period.
So we have an incredible offer from St Kilda. We have an offer from the Carlton Football Club. Really, we're just waiting for the finer details to come through, and it seems we are just waiting for an update that he signed the deal. So my gut feeling on this one is it'll happen in this off-season. I don't think we're going to be waiting too much longer on this. I also want to open a conversation around the length of contract. 6 years would be the extension. Jacob's got another year to run in his contract. Then, based on these reports, we're looking at a contract that would take him through to 2031 and essentially make him a one-club player. I believe Jacob Weitering is the most valuable player on the list. We might have another video for a conversation on that coming up. And therefore, I can see the merit in a 6-year extension, and I can see the merit in that. I'm always very mindful of long-term contracts and what it does to the psychology of a player, any player, where you have ultimate security. That can sometimes allow you to be a little bit more comfortable because you know that whether you do the work or you don't do the work, you're contracted. So I am mindful of 5+ year deals. However, there are certain circumstances where you just have to do certain deals. And I do believe Jacob is one of those circumstances. I do believe that whether he had the security or not, he would be a professional and he would perform at a high level. And he has done that. He's been in the All-Australian squad for 5 years in a row, made the team this year. And I think that goes to show to the availability and the consistency. And I think availability and consistency are going to be the big buzzwords for me in the off-season. Are you available? Are you consistent? And we'll move along from there. So look, that's the picture at the moment. What do you think? Do you think this is all just talk and we're going to be waiting until mid-year next year before this news gets finalized? Or do you think a deal is imminent? And then my next question is, what's your view on long-term contracts? Say, 5-year+ deals for players. Let us know in the comments below and we'll chat about it there.